reviewing the news, pop culture, video games, movies, and shoes. Quincy and Justin with a nerdy forecast. So stay a while and welcome to the Ugly Mugs Podcast.
Welcome to the UglyMugs Podcast. I'm your host, Quincy.
And you're the host, Justin.
So we're going to start today's podcast out a little different. We're not going to jump right into what we're drinking just yet. We want to pay our respects to Chadwick Boseman, the actor for many things, but most recently, and one of the more bigger ones, was Black Panther.
Yeah. I hadn't watched Black Panther when it first came out. When you guys were doing your little things.
Our binge and preps for Infinity War.
Correct. And Captain Marvel, I guess, for both. Was when I was like, well, I haven't seen Ant-Man and Wasp and Black Panther. Those were the two that I would catch up on as well. And Black Panther, probably one of my more favorite of the Marvel set.
Yeah.
It felt so actual. It didn't feel far-fetched, you know?
I enjoyed it. I think the one thing that bothered me about that movie is the same thing that bothers me with most Marvel and DC movies, and that was they killed off villains again. So it's like, oh, there's this really cool villain. We used him once, and now he's gone. And they actually did it twice in that movie. And spoilers for anyone that hasn't seen it, but I mean, they got rid of Ulysses within like the first like 20, 30 minutes of that movie, and then by the end of the movie, Killmonger.
I liked Killmonger.
I like Killmonger too, but I also liked Ulysses a lot. Like they were both really good villains.
They were, and I mean, it opens up the door for new writers for new opportunities, but at the same time, give us what we already know and like. Yeah, I don't know.
I just you get these movies where like they want to start putting 3 and 4 and 5 villains in it. It's like that's cool, I get that, but then we have to sit there and watch 3 and 4 and 5 origin stories in those movies. Instead, do a couple origin stories over a couple of movies, and then have the big villain team up movie. Like we had all the hero origin movies and then the big hero team up movie with Avengers. Why not have one for villains as well? I've just never understood why they run it that way.
I don't either, but we're getting off subject here.
We were talking about Chadwick. So
yes.
the other things for him, some of his other big roles would be he played Jackie Robinson in 42, which makes his death date even more eerie because the day he died was Jack Kirby's birthday, co-creator of Black Panther. Was also Jackie Robinson Day due to the delayed MLB season. One of the other roles he played is Marshall, where he plays the first African-American lawyer to become a Supreme Court justice.
Wow.
So those are just some of his big roles.
He has done some very monumental roles.
Yeah.
Filled a lot of really powerful shoes and did very well in each of them because I've heard a lot of great things about him.
Yeah. So, sad for him to be gone, but, at least he's not in pain, right?
Yes.
Cancer is a hell of a thing.
Yeah. I have watched a whole bunch of, people talk about him on Twitter. A lot of really great fan art of, Black Panther, him out of the costume, doing the Wakanda Forever, all of that. I'm there for it.
Yeah.
Even Epic decided to do a little bit of a thing for him. They threw a giant podium, a golden and black podium with a panther prowling.
Oh, that's nice.
And I was like, okay, all right.
Yeah, there's some very nice things, some very sad things too. I saw a compilation of photos parents taken of their kids with their Black Panther toys doing the Wakanda thing.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. So, or in Black Panther costumes.
Because
my Microsoft Word keeps crashing.
Because to some kids, the heroes are the only things that really keep them, in that mentality of this is good, this is wrong,
Yeah, I mean, kids need something to look up to. I mean, even if it is a fictional character.
Yeah, and it was just real sad to see them build these very small monuments and have all of them standing up except for, and I'm like, you have Captain America standing up. Poor guy probably can't stand right now. Even with the super serum. Back on track though. Rest in peace, rest in power.
Yep.
However you want to say it loud.
Yeah. And I hope his family's all right.
Yes.
So, moving on to the drinks. You got the best stuff on earth.
I got the best stuff on earth. It takes two to mango tea, which is a mango tea. I haven't tried it yet. It's a mixed tea, which is black and green tea. Hold on, wait.
There you go.
Yeah.
I checked that in the store. He pulls it out of the freezer, and I start poking on the lid. I was like, make sure that safety tab's there.
Ooh, I've never had this one before.
No?
I've always had peach or the kiwi strawberry. And
Did you shake it?
Huh?
Did you shake it?
No, I didn't.
I should probably shake it. Always shake your teas.
But even still, it was really good.
Yeah.
But it's really good.
I like Snapple.
I've never had a bad Snapple flavor. I think the only Snapple flavor I don't like inherently is the unsweetened.
Gotcha.
Because,
what's your Snapple fact?
Oh,
I'm curious.
my Snapple fact is there are 9 different ways to reach first base. Holy shit! I'm just gonna put that back where it belongs. But that is really delicious. I think I have a new second favorite. The mystery flavor though, I feel is just a weird fruit punch.
Okay.
Because I don't like Snapple's fruit punch. I'll drink it if it's there, if it's on sale or whatever.
Most fruit punches are a little weird in general.
But whatever. But I feel like the mystery one is like a blueberry, strawberry, weird conglomerate.
Mm-hmm.
It's not bad, but not the best in the world.
Gotcha.
What you got for coffee? I think it's a part of the thing that's right above me.
It is. So yeah, if you want to pull it up, actually, it's another Geek Grind. This one is, do you believe it's the Goblin's Gulp? It's actually Pathfinder. Branded, yeah. There we go. Try it again. There we go. So we just got the copy. We didn't get the cool box or the mug. Now we did order a mug that I was hoping was going to be here today, and it sadly won't show up until tomorrow. There's a photo for just the bag, right?
Huh? Yeah, it's just I was also looking around I'm trying to promote here, Quincy.
I was just saying you could have pulled up the image of the bag and zoomed in on that. That's all I was saying. It's good. I tried it black. Excuse me, sorry. I tried it black, and it's drinkable black. But I preferred it with cream and sugar.
Both you and Lauren were pretty cool with it. I took a sip of it and
his face practically caved in on itself.
I was gonna become a singularity.
Yeah.
It was okay. Like, it didn't leave that weird aftertaste that most coffees do for me. That makes me go, I need to take something in. It was.
So I did some cream and 1 scoop of sugar, and I'm pretty happy with it. So this one's a good one.
Yeah, and I mean,
do I look like that thing though?
Yes. Glasses aren't too close to the eyes though, so no.
Oh, okay. Wait. Better.
Okay.
Yeah, so if you guys want to try that, go ahead and click our link and use our discount code, which is capital J just H20.
That's correct. Just H20.
So you'll get yourself a nice little discount and some good coffee.
Yeah.
They ship pretty quick. So.
And it's 20% off. I don't know if he made that well aware.
No, I didn't. I've just been saying it's a discount because I wasn't sure.
Yeah, it's 20% off. It is a big discount. It's only for new customers. It isn't for those who've ordered before, which kind of sucks. But then again,
they're always doing some kind of promotion, deals,
but if you use our link and then whatever code comes out, we still get the kickback.
A little bit of help. So yes. For instance, we just ordered we've ordered before, but we were able to do the buy 2 bags get a free cup thing. So we did the Goblin Gulp, and we did their new Black Cat one, which is a pre-order and will ship on October 1st. It's a limited run too. They're only making so many of those, so get them while you still can. And then we ordered a cup as well. So we still got the free cup, even though we've done orders in the past.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty happy with the stuff they run over there.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome whoever's viewing. Feel free to talk to us. We might talk back. Depends on what you say.
Don't be rude.
Like I said, we might talk back.
Now, last week's movies.
Yeah, those out of order. Go to the other one.
Oh, I did. My bad. There you go.
There you go.
So last week's movies, very good movies. I liked them. They were very outgoing for what they were. And it was technically a lean-in for Metal Gear Solid.
Mm-hmm.
Because Kojima literally named, what is his name?
Snake
Plissken. And later on he changed his name to Isame Pliskin. And I think it was Metal Gear Solid 2.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, okay, I see you, Kojima. You're crazy. He loved his old movies. He still loves his old movies.
Yeah.
As foreseen in frickin' Metal Gear Solid 5. God, there's so many references in that movie. Or in that game movie. Yeah. But Escape from New York, I liked it. I liked it a lot. It was very much a what would happen if we let the
If we turn Staten Island into a prison.
just to a giant prison, and it had a lot of pretty big names: Ernest Borgnine, Kurt Russell, Adrian Bardo. Just a lot of really big names. Isaac Hayes, that's right, and just everybody played their role.
I mean, and
exceedingly well.
You also have like the whole thing of Kurt Russell, who does John Carpenter movies. You've got Tom Atkins. He's in Halloween 3. You've got Donald Pleasance. He plays Dr. Loomis in Halloween.
Oh.
So these are actors that have worked with Carpenter in the past. And then furthermore, an interesting thing, Kurt Russell being in this with Ernest Borgnine. Kurt Russell goes on to remake one of Ernest Borgnine's more famous movies, The Poseidon Adventures.
That's
right.
The
one where the cruise ship turns upside down.
Yeah.
So
now, I will say, Escape from New York, very good movie. I feel like Escape from LA gives Kurt a little bit more freedom to just be Kurt Russell.
Well, to be fair, he did write the majority of the movie.
That's fine.
A very large chunk of the movie, and it's his only writing credit.
Oh, I never did that button. There we go. Oh, okay. Well, it looks like I only have the IMDb, which is 7.2 out of 10. 86 on Rotten Tomatoes. I actually have to go.
It's a weird way of doing it.
Yeah, it's not here.
Huh. So, I mean, it's well received. What do you think?
I like it. I liked it a lot. It was nonstop action. Like there were slow scenes, but I mean, you gotta have him walk somewhere.
Yeah.
Having the opening scene of him going through the movie, or not the movie theater, or the stage show area. It was like, he was heading up into Broadway.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, you get a feel of where he's at, where he could possibly be. Then he goes over to the Letterby building, the where he finds the skinny guy.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't remember either. But even still, like,
you get some iconic parts of New York, though.
Yeah, where you could be like, oh wow, he made it that far in
he
half
lands
hour.
on the roof of the Twin Towers.
Yeah,
that's how he gets in.
Yeah,
which was interesting to
be like.
It's always interesting whenever we see anything that features them prominently. Even sometimes,
I've got them too.
Yeah, I've got a painting. You know what was weird is that was on HBO last night, or Cinemax, one of them last night, and I was like, I looked at Lauren, I went, it's August, and she went, it's September. I'm like, my point still stands. I was like, you're right, it is September.
I mean, that's still a good movie.
But I've got a painting in the living room that's got the Twin Towers in it, and it was not I got it because of the Twin Towers thing. I got it because it's a nice thing of the New York skyline and whatnot. But every now and then I look at it and I'm like, shit, those towers are there. We're coming up on that date too, which makes it this whole conversation even more interesting. But, so where do you put it rating wise? What was it again?
It was a
86 on Rotten and 7.2 on 72.
I would say the 80.
You good with the 80?
I'll
put it in the 80.
Start 80.
Plus, knowing how they pulled off some of the effects budget wise is actually really impressive.
Yeah.
Like the concept that Central Park was a field in San Francisco surrounded by paintings, like big paintings that Carpenter himself did to make it look like the city.
Yeah.
The fact that they couldn't afford to do computer graphics for the wire outlines of the buildings, so they actually built the wire outlines and just took the camera over it.
Yeah. I mean, it didn't look bad. No. There was no
clever shit.
Yeah, some clever shit, but then you have the
Escape from LA. Now there's a story behind that.
Okay.
So the company that they hired, I feel, should have been sued big time.
Oh yeah.
So the company they hired to do the CGI effects in this movie, because this movie did have a bigger budget, they were going to do CGI effects, had never done CGI.
No, they haven't.
And so this was their first attempt, and this really shows their first attempt.
The very first thing you see is one of those helicopters flying in. The size of the helicopter would probably be the size of Quincey and I taped together. It compared to who was walking next to it. And I was like, that's not good.
How about when it lands and it retracts its blades into its roof?
I was like, I want to know who wrote that. Someone wrote that.
There were some cheeky, funny parts though in this. So he's going to LA, which has. I was gonna let it go until you said anything.
It just came. I don't. Continue.
So there's some cheeky, funny parts in this because there's like the whole concept is that LA, the fault line caused it to break off, and it's now essentially an island.
Got flooded.
Yeah, and so he has to take this like jet powered submarine thing to the island, and when he's doing it, there's a building he drives through.
Yes.
That building is the black building at Universal. Carpenter says that he's had so many arguments in that building, he's always wanted to crash something into it.
Okay. All right.
So it happens in that.
Little tongue in cheek. Gotcha.
And then a shark jumps at him and misses him barely just as he's going past the Universal Studios thing, which is a great Jaws thing. So there's some little funny parts there. But, you know, a lot of people condemn the movie for its violence, but I applaud it for its violence because the reality is they wanted this movie to show the dark side of LA, the side that everyone ignores because it's glitz, it's glam, it's Hollywood, but it's also a place of drive-bys and drugs, and it's not safe to be outside, and you know, crazy cultist people, and you got Bruce Campbell playing the doctor who's had all the work done and everything, and you know, touching on the plastic surgery side of LA and whatnot. They called out some shit in this movie, and I respected a lot for that.
And I feel like there was a little bit of BioShock pulling from the surgeon for.
Oh, you think BioShock pulled ideas from the surgeon in that?
Yeah,
yeah,
I think so because I feel like it was. Oh God, what is his name? Cohen.
Okay.
His name was Cohen, and you know he had all of his spliced up people that looked fine, but he was like, no, it still doesn't look right. I need to keep going. I need to keep pushing that envelope to make them look pretty.
So one thing I find weird about this movie, it's called John Carpenter's Escape from LA.
Not John Carpenter's Escape from New York.
Yeah, that was just Escape from New York. This one's John Carpenter's Escape from LA.
I think.
And the funniest thing being is this movie really only happened because Kurt Russell wouldn't drop it because this is his favorite character that he's ever played.
And I could tell that he had more like this movie feels like everybody had more fun.
Yeah.
But this movie,
it has its rough spots.
It has its very rough spots, and it was a flop.
Yeah.
It didn't even make. It barely made half of its budget.
It's flopping so badly. I attribute to two things personally. One, the critics, the instant they saw it, condemned it for its violence. Immediately started trashing it hard for its violence, which puts a lot of people off. Two, some of those CG scenes are in the trailers.
Yeah.
So people see that and oh, that looks like shit.
Oh,
I mean, this came out in '96. I mean, let's think. What was in '96 that was a height of CGI at the time?
Let's go. You know what? Hold on. Let's do it like this.
Jurassic Park.
Let's just do that. So
hey, tonight's movie.
Wow. Wow.
That's hilarious.
An
almost movie for tonight, actually. Fear.
Okay. All right. We're Broken Arrow.
Okay, but Broken Arrow also had some bad moments.
I know, but I like Broken Arrow.
Joe's Apartment.
Hold on. I like Broken Arrow.
I mean, so do I. I have it.
Spy Hard.
Happy Gilmore.
Mars Attacks.
What year was Mars Attacks? Had some bad CG.
It had some bad CG, but it fit the motif of the movie because it was 1970 something that it was taking place. At least it felt like it was taking place on the subject.
You know, the other thing we could do is look up what won the Oscar for Best Visual Effects in 96, 97. Somewhere around there.
Best Visual Effects.
Oh, babe.
Get fucked.
Okay, well, that didn't help.
Wow.
Okay, so here's the argument I was going to make. 3 years before this movie, Jurassic Park came out.
Okay.
And look at how amazing that looks with just practical effects.
That's why I always like practical effects.
You know?
It just looks good.
I mean, how hard would it have been to just get a couple images of Kurt Russell trying to surf and then splice them in over the dark, gritty background, you know?
Yeah. Dragonheart, Twister, Independence Day.
Okay, Twister. Twister's a good one. Independence Day is a good one. Dragonheart. The dragon looked a little goofy at parts, but all in all, it's good.
Apollo 13.
Apollo 13.
Apollo 13 is all practical, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, just about, yeah.
Because they
So,
used medium-sized models and pulled back the camera a little bit.
Yeah, so that just goes to show you the good quality was out there.
Oh, yeah.
This movie didn't have to look that way, but
The Abyss.
They put their trust in the wrong company.
This is... have you ever seen The Abyss?
Long time ago.
Okay. Because if you haven't, that's one of the ones I would personally throw on the list for you.
Yeah.
Because The Abyss was good. What about The Dig?
I don't know. Is that the one where they have to go to the core?
Yes.
Okay, then I think so, yeah.
Okay.
There's a good span of like...
Well, it's from the center of Mars.
Then maybe not.
Okay, we'll take a look at that.
There's a good solid chunk where if it came out in the 80s to the 90s, I saw it.
Okay.
Because my mom was huge into movies. We did Blockbuster. We did Hollywood Video. We did all of that shit.
Yeah.
It was once the 2000s hit that really started to die down, and it came down to me having to seek movies out myself. So the 80s and 90s is a section that I've covered pretty well on my own. Not on my own, well through family and then on my own as well. So, tonight's movies though. Oh wait, sorry. What are you giving Escape from LA?
I know you, Professor. Escape from LA, I'm giving...
What is it got?
I gotta be mean to it. I have to.
It's got a 54 on...
Oh, scroll down. No, I was just gonna say scroll down a little.
I was just clicking on Rotten. Sorry.
That's fine.
Yeah, 54 on Rotten. 39 from the audience.
Ooh.
Damn. No, we don't want to give ads. We don't even really like you all that much.
You don't help us too much. How? I mean, it was literally 50s. Yeah, 50s across the board except for 83 from Google. I'm gonna kind of stick with like Rotten Tomatoes Metacritic. I loved how much fun Kurt Russell had, but if I saw this on, I'd be like, what scene is it? Is it the ending climax? No? I'll move on.
I mean, honestly, it's just the CGI in this that bothers me.
CGI and a few of the other little tiny scenes. The entire scene, as much as I love Bruce Campbell, the scene was kind of throwaway.
I don't know. It showed Snake's resourcefulness and whatnot.
It did, but it was out of the way just to have him do the shit to do and then right back out in the street. Like, literally, if you had gotten rid of that entire scene, there would be no change because he had the girl, had himself.
I think it gives you this, like...
I need the proprietary purpose for it. I need to...
I think it was to introduce that character because, spoilers, we lose that character a couple seconds later.
In a dumb way.
Yeah, but I think it was to be like, oh, hey, Snake might have someone on his side. Oh, never mind. You know,
I guess.
Yeah, really, the only thing that bothers me in this movie is the CGI. So
CGI
you take the CGI out, and I can give this movie and put it in the 80s. With CGI, I got to put it in the 70s.
Either or, 50 with the CGI, 60 without.
Okay.
Like I'm low because I love Kurt Russell.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only reason why I like this movie. And the little ending 10 minutes where he's like, haha, I tricked you. That was good. It was very good.
It's a very Snake thing.
It was yeah. And I was like, cool.
Now, the one thing is, throughout this entire movie, we could not stop, and for the first one too, we could not stop quoting Metal Gear Awesome. You mean Metal Gear's a weapon?
I mean, you didn't know?
I enjoy them both. I definitely understand why this one did worse financially. I don't think it should have been the flop that it was. At most, I think it should have broken even. But, you know, critics kind of killed that possibility. So, tonight's movies. We're doing A Time to Kill. It's based off a John Grisham book. It's a great movie. It's the movie I had Lauren watch to try to get her to like Matthew McConaughey. And she hates Matthew McConaughey, but loves this movie enough that she will ignore him in it. Even though he's the main character. One of the main characters. I forget,
why did she hate him again?
She doesn't like the way he talks. He annoys her. I don't know. I mean, I don't like, what's her name?
Scarlett Johansson?
I think she's overrated, but I don't have anything against her.
Oh, okay. I remember that you mentioned
that. Katie Holmes.
Neutral.
I find her boring. And she shows up in
like V for Vendetta.
That's not her.
That's not her?
No, that's Natalie Portman.
Oh, then I find her boring.
I
Oh,
Katie Holmes is the one from Dawson's Creek.
okay. Yeah. Okay, well, then both of them are boring.
No, she's in
I'm
an episode.
sorry.
I
can't like either one of them.
I loved How I Met Your Mother, and it was
Okay.
one of my favorite shows. And she shows up for one episode in this like long
Interchangeable.
rumored character that we've been waiting years for, and we finally get her, and Katie Holmes plays her, and it was boring. Okay, do Natalie Portman and Keira Knightley.
Keira Knightley.
Mm-hmm. Their mothers couldn't tell them apart when they were kids. In fact, Keira Knightley played some of Padme Amidala's body doubles in the prequels in Star Wars because Natalie Portman's Padme Amidala.
Okay.
They look that much alike. If you do the face thing,
It's similar.
Yeah.
Whatever, man. Just
Lauren says Natalie Portman's too perfect and she hates her.
But there's no perfection when you're acting as subpar.
I mean,
look, I did not like her in V for Vendetta. The only reason why I didn't like her in V for Vendetta is because half the fucking scenes where she's moving around, it looks like she's about to cry. And it's like...
she's very emotional.
She's very emotional, but it's like, there's other emotions than,
What's the best part in that movie to you?
Is
it when he's blowing up buildings and conducting?
No, not the... I mean, blowing up the Parliament's good, but him doing the cooking of the...
Told him how?
Yeah.
I like the knife scene at the end. When he said you'll be dead before you reload your guns.
Yeah.
And
okay.
Yeah, that whole actually showed, wait a minute, he is more than just planting some explosives and whatnot.
Yeah, there's a lot of really good scenes in V for Vendetta. It's just
good comic too.
Oh yeah, it's just Natalie Portman. Boring, bland. All of a sudden she gains sentience after she goes bald.
What did you think of her in Thor?
Neutral. Like, she can do comedy. That's good for her.
Who was better in Thor, her or Kat Dennings?
Her. I'll give it to her. But I don't know. Natalie just is for me one of the low ends.
So even you're getting confused. You're talking Kira.
I know. No, I was saying.
Don't give me shit. Oh fuck. I'm sorry, guys.
God.
Smack the shit out of the mic.
Neutral. Super neutral.
Yeah. But I don't really necessarily have anything against them. I do know that Natalie was very outspoken about Thor 2 or no Thor 3 before it became what it is.
And then the second one, which as soon as I clicked into it, I'm super into just because 8.9 out of 10 with 668,000 people.
So it's 12 Angry Men. It's 1957 movie. Let me put it this way. In school, teachers will actually let you watch this movie because of how it shows the judicial system, how the jury system works, how it is being a juror, all that stuff. But on the flip side, film school will also have you watch it just because of the acting, the story, the writing, all of it. It's one of those movies that it hits on so many notes.
Yeah, it only credits 12 people.
Mm-hmm.
So it's similar to what's that movie we watched that only has literally one area? Reservoir Dogs.
Reservoir Dogs. Gotcha.
Like, it's literally just one area. You focus on who comes in, who goes out.
I wonder if there's any connection because Tarantino is very inspired by their movies. I'm pretty sure this won an Oscar or two. I think.
I would not be surprised if it's got this much good.
Wow.
Storyline. Did you know Goose?
No, maybe it's further up. I don't remember where the Oscars are. Go back up. I think it might be right before the cast starts.
Okay.
Because it's different on
Videos.
the. Oh my god. Fuck, I don't know where it is on this. Because it's different on the. Nope.
Seymour Awards.
There we go. Nominated for 3 Oscars.
Wow. Oh, for Best Pictures, Best Director, and Best Writing, but didn't win, I guess. Let's find out who won. I'm curious. Best Actor and Leading Role.
Supporting role, leading role.
Where's Best
Supporting.
Picture? Best Cinematography. Wow.
Let's see. Best Director.
Wow, really? Best Documentary Features. Wow.
Yeah, this all functions so much different in the app that I'm always confused as to where things are.
Best Music. Best Picture. Yeah.
The Bridge of the River. Okay.
That won a lot.
Yeah, it was a pretty big movie. I remember it.
I don't know.
I like Holding Her Down though. So yeah, those are our 2 tonight. We want to go with the courtroom theme. And the problem was we were going to do A Few Good Men and A Time to Kill. But A Few Good Men and A Time to Kill are both over 2.5 hours long. So we dialed it back with doing 12 Angry Men and A Time to Kill. So on the night that we do A Few Good Men, we'll have to find something else to go with that one. We'll just watch an episode of Jag.
Why not?
I mean, it's about Jag officers, so.
Or West Wing?
West Wing's the one about the president.
Oh. I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there because I remember that's what Grandpa used to fucking watch.
A Few Good Men is the one with Jack Nicholson's You Can't Handle the Truth.
Okay.
So let's get into some news, though. Where do you want to start?
Let's go ahead and just start it off super easy and quick with the butt-up shoe news.
All right.
So, League of Legends. That looks really good. I like it. So, all of these are Nikes, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
I want to get that right off the bat. The first one's League of Legends World Champion. It has the interesting cosmic purple with like a silver and a blue inlay. It's one of the Air Jordan.
Now, I know I don't play
ones.
League, and so maybe that's my issue. But if I saw these and someone said this has to do with video games, my first thing would be Ninja.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Like, immediately I'd be like, oh, is it Ninja? No.
No, it's like it's KDA style. It kind of looks like KDA a little bit.
Gotcha.
But these ones are set to be probably at the end of this month. No price tag. Nothing yet. But they look good.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't mad at those.
Are you gonna maybe get a pair because they go high like you like? You don't like this League enough? If it was a
I've
different
got League
thing.
tattoos. Leave me alone.
I'm just wondering, like, if it was a different thing from League, maybe.
As of right this point in time, it looks good, but I don't think I'd wear them.
Gotcha.
Next ones are labeled Deadpool, but have nothing to do with Deadpool.
Yeah, so what we're getting is inspiration is Deadpool. It really seems to be the color scheme.
It's got a nice gradient from red to black.
Yeah, nothing legally connecting it to Deadpool.
Yeah, except for the name.
And then even the names in like quotations.
Yeah. So it's a nickname for it.
Yeah.
But I like it. It looks fine. It looks super plasticky though.
It does. I'm not sure what sport these would be best for. Probably running or basketball. I could see wearing them for those. But regularly, it's too much rubber for me.
Yeah, it's way too much. It would probably get super hot.
They're running at 180.
Running at 180, and I believe it is going to be. I didn't see a date for these
I don't
ones.
think there's one yet.
Yeah. But let's see here. I'm just gonna click Nike.com, see if anything comes up.
I don't think they're out yet. I mean, if Sneaker News doesn't have it yet, you know.
Yeah. Oh well, tried. The next ones are basically we talked about them before, which is the Have a Good Game, pixelated swoosh styled ones. This is the final draft of them, and it looks really nice. It kind of looks like if you were to have a gummy bear kind of wrap around the entire shoe.
So I like the pixeled swoosh, swash. But I've realized something that bothers me. So because the tip of it goes into the plastic, if you look at the right shoe, it's getting a glare from the sun, and it just makes the tip, from the light, and it just makes the tip disappear.
Oh, I see it. Yeah.
That's kind of odd. I think they're pretty cool. This runs into the normal problem I have with shoes, and that's white dirt. But I mean, they're not bad.
They're not bad. I just enjoy the look of them. They look fun.
Yeah, they do look fun.
Yeah, I have no problem with this one. Otherwise, it does have the same problem as the Deadpool ones. They look a little too plasticky, but
I feel like these aren't as severe on the plastic though.
No, but at the same time, they look like they're meant to.
I like the marker, the logo on the tongue.
The little tiny headphone swoosh man.
Yeah, that's cute. Like it's a smile face, but it's with the swoosh and it's got the headphones. Like that's all great. Yeah. I like that. These ones are what, run 60?
160.
Okay.
No date on that. It says holiday season, so keep your eye out for those. I'm just glad that we have the finalized picture.
Oh wait, go back down. What was that about them being connected to Twitch? Right there. Esports and streamers and platforms such as Twitch.
Oh, it's just a collection. It's just so it's a part of that.
Gotcha. Okay.
And then the last one.
This is crazy.
Now, you like Dracula.
I love Dracula.
I'm okay with Dracula.
It's my favorite book.
It's not my favorite movie monster, if you will. But I find these to be cute.
These are fun.
It's got a bit of a interesting color scheme of black, red, white with a very, very subtle inlay of purple.
So I love the soul.
The soul is a silhouette of Dracula with very big Bela Lugosi eyebrows.
I like the teeth on the tongue.
Yeah, there's teeth biting down into the Nike.
The one part of the shoe I don't like. Scroll down just a little bit. Velcro strap. I don't like the Velcro strap.
Oh.
I get the concept, like it's so that you can tighten it up the front. I would rather just have an extra spot to lace my shoes, personally. I do like the spatters of blood, though.
The little tiny droplets on the back.
Those are cool. Yeah. You're gonna have to send me this one later because I'm gonna show Lauren.
Okay.
What are these ones running? Probably 180.
I think they're still in 130.
Oh, 130. Wow. In October 2020. I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I was expecting more from these.
And they look like something I would wear.
Yeah.
They look nice.
Are they high enough for you? I mean, they're higher than a regular tennis shoe.
Okay. I don't mind it. I just prefer it.
Well, no, I get that. I prefer ones that sit beneath my ankle because otherwise I feel like they rub on the back of my foot too much.
Fair.
So, I mean, we've all got preferences. That's why I'm asking. Like, where did these go high enough for you?
Yeah, they're fine.
Okay.
They're fine.
Yeah, so, yeah, we come across these different shoes that, for the most part, we wouldn't wear. And if they were to get rid of the strap on these, though, I would wear these. It's literally just the strap. Yeah, I can even get past the big plastic part at the top right here. That, yeah.
I mean, I don't think that's too hindering.
I was more talking looks-wise.
Oh.
So, but
that's the shoe news for today.
Yeah, 4 of them. Nice and a nice collection going.
Yes.
I feel like it's getting easier to find shoe news lately.
Yeah.
For a while there, it was a struggle.
It was a bit of a hard time. Well,
we might as well do that.
Oh, okay.
We showed it.
We called that then.
Oh, God.
It's so hard to switch over tabs. Leave me alone. Okay, so Nintendo's got a big collection going on right now because it is the franchise's 35th anniversary for Super Mario Brothers.
Yes.
It is older than I am.
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Most things are.
Yeah, I know, but I just didn't know it was. I thought it was 1989 because we received Super Mario Bros. In 1989.
Yeah, America's slow. That's the thing.
Yeah, and I always thought for the longest time that it was similar to that. And I was like, wait, it's older than me. Yeah. But even still, you get a nice little Game & Watch. It is a limited quantity thing. It looks great. It looks like it'll have an LED backlit, so that way you don't need to, grab batteries or otherwise, because it'll also have a LED thing. Gotta love the irony that the Dracula shoes have a great soul.
Thank you, Socks. I love that one.
Hi, Socks.
Yes, hi, Socks. I'm trying to find. I'm looking at some of Nintendo's handheld through the histories of handheld games, because I want to find. So it wasn't the Nintendo Watch that I had, because that's what the original Nintendo Watch looks like, which is very much the current one. Just they added a D-pad and a second button, and they moved the 3 to the side. I obviously had the Game Boys. But no, I had another Nintendo thing. Unless there were other versions of the Game & Watch.
I mean, the Game & Watch was just basically this little thing that played one game.
Yeah, that's what it was, but it didn't look like the Game & Watch. It looked closer to that, honestly. It was more like the Game Boy Micro.
Okay.
It was more like the current Game & Watch that they're coming out with.
Then it probably was a Game & Watch. Just I don't think it had... I think it had multiple games that you could purchase, but in individual sets.
Yeah, it was like each one was its own thing.
Right.
I don't know. It was like this one where like you were running around because it was split down, because I think the one I had actually folded shut. And so it was like you run to the 2 different sides. It's going to drive me nuts. I'm going to have to look it up later, and I'll throw it up on the Twitter.
Yeah, okay. But even still, 35th anniversary, they pushed this for their thing. Will be released on November 13th for a $50 price tag for the OG Super Mario Bros.
I found it. It didn't fold. It was that. So it was the Cement Factory, which now goes for $325 on fucking eBay. But it was 1983 Nintendo Game & Watch Mario Cement Factory. So it didn't fold, but it was a little bit bigger and had more buttons the buttons were a little different and had an extra one than the
OG Game & Watch.
And this one actually had Mario like on it. and then like a cement covered character and stuff, and so you can see a little bit of like what the screen looks like.
Okay.
So I don't know if you want to throw it up there or not, but so yeah, this being a thing, I mean, this kind of takes me back. Like, I wouldn't mind owning one of those. What are we, $50 for it?
$50.
That's not bad.
15th. Very limited production, so get it as soon as it drops.
But they're not doing a pre-order?
I don't know where it would be available to do so, but I'm sure you can find it. If they're doing a limited run, someone tells me they're also going to do retail.
Probably.
So
the other thing I remember about my Game & Watch, sound effects were annoying as shit. They were so fucking annoying. But yeah, no, I had one of those for many years. I loved it, so I would probably buy this. This is a nice nostalgia thing for me. Plus, it plays Super Mario Bros. 3, right?
Yeah. No, just OG.
Oh, Super Mario Bros. I mean, still a great game. I love the original.
I never beat it.
Really?
That's the only one I've never been able to do.
I beat 1, 2, and 3.
I did 2, 3, World.
I don't know if I beat World.
Sunshine. I never beat 64.
I beat Sunshine. I don't think I beat 64 on my own. I think it was like I shared the file type of thing.
Yeah.
Because that was when we could finally save Nintendo games. Like,
whoa.
Well, I mean, you could save on the Super Nintendo, but
in certain ones.
Yeah. But I mean, we owned the
original
for so many years. Not saving games was such a like normal thing.
Mm.
It was, sit there and play it for fucking hours to try and beat it.
Hours. And I never played a Mario game after that. I have not touched a Mario game.
So I've played Sunshine.
Sunshine was very fun.
And I have Super Mario Bros. 3D, I think.
And that's kind of leaning into another little.
Oh, and then I have Super Mario Builder.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. That
leads into another story because for the 35th anniversary, they are going to release something for the Switch. Yeah. That is the 3D All Stars, which is the Super Mario 64, Super Mario Sunshine, and Super Mario Galaxy 1. Not Super Mario Galaxy 2 or Super Mario 3D World. But that's fine.
So, well, they're doing all kinds of things, actually, for this anniversary.
Well, I'm just mentioning this one.
So, one of the other things I have here, I didn't have you pull it up. Nintendo just announced that there's going to be Super Mario Bros. 35. So it's going to be a twist on the Super Mario Bros. NES thing that it's basically going to be a battle royale. We're getting a Super Mario battle royale. Instant frown. I don't know
how to think about it, though.
Well, do you remember they had those things where it was like you would fight like someone else? One of you would be Mario, the other would be Luigi, and you were in
the original Mario, not Super Mario Brothers, just the original Mario Brothers.
Yeah, and so like, it was like you had the POW thing that you could punch and stuff. And they brought it back later on and made it to where like the POW thing would come back, and there was more enemies and stuff like that. From what I was seeing, it looks like that's what this is going to be, and it's called Super Mario Bros. 35, and it's going to be 35 player battle royale.
Okay.
And that's what it's looking like it's going to be to me. It's going to be a bigger version of that.
Okay. I'm glad that they're making things. It's just I don't know. I'll play it probably if I can get it on PC. I doubt it highly. It's probably gonna be a Switch something or other.
Yeah, it's for the Switch.
All right, then never mind. But a little bit of a gift time.
Gift time.
Last week,
he's got his knife sitting on the table. I'm concerned.
Last week,
remember who bought you that knife?
I think
not me. It was Lauren, but
I think this one is my old one.
Oh,
yeah, because the one that you guys got me, the big screw, shredded. This one's my old.
So you
one.
broke our gift.
Yes.
Okay. Gift time.
Gift time.
He's gonna stab me.
Gift time. So last week we started off the cast with some depressing news. Do you recall what it was?
No.
It was a death of co-creator for Scooby-Doo.
Which this mug is just complete happenstance. It's the one Lauren handed me. What'd you do? Oh, he got me something, guys. Is it a bomb?
Yes.
It's a mystery machine.
Yes.
That's awesome. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm gonna put it with my other cars.
Yes. It was either that or I had a real tough choice. I was like, the Substance or the DeLorean.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I mean, I've got a DeLorean.
So. Yeah, I know you did.
around
And
here
I was like,
somewhere.
I don't know if he had a mystery machine. So I was like, and then I
Yeah, I
asked
don't.
Socks for her 2 cents. She was like, yeah, you talked about it last week. And I was like, I don't remember talking about it last week.
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set it like that. If the fucking coaster would cooperate, and then I'm going to trip and fall and down.
You zoomed it out, but that's fine.
I had to.
That's fine.
I can't get it in the photo. It's all good. No, it's fine. It's fine.
It's crooked.
It is crooked, isn't it?
Yeah, but seeing as you already have me doing it, I might as well.
I didn't want to force it.
That's fine. There you go. Is it in shot?
No, I think the monitor's blocking it. There you go.
Oh, but it won't go further. Unless you want to put it
No,
back.
it's fine. It's fine.
Well, I'm putting it back where it was.
Yeah.
If I can.
I tried doing a thing and it didn't work. Riveting radio.
Riveting radio. Oh, no. I think it's perfect bend. Shit.
See, that's the exact reason I wasn't really bending it. I was like, I don't want to.
Yeah, the tripod's getting a little messy, but it's fine. It's a little crooked. Sorry, people, but
It's okay. We'll take a photo and we'll put it on the Instagram later.
that works.
And this time I'll do the post right.
Okay.
So, thank you for the gift.
You're welcome. And on to other little tiny gift things.
Oh, before we move on, I still got more Mario news.
Oh.
So
I thought we
you
were done with Mario.
no, you pulled up the Twitter one for me.
Oh, that's right. Where there?
Right there. So, Animal Crossing Mario. We don't know what yet, just that it's gonna be themed furniture. I don't play Animal Crossing, partially because I don't have a Switch, partially because I've never played Animal Crossing.
Okay, for playing the first Animal Crossing, what bums me out is the first Animal Crossing you could trade or otherwise for old NES games.
Mm-hmm.
After that, you could no longer do that because they were like, we're missing a lot of money on this. No. So it's like, don't take away what was already something cool that was small. Like, they had full-size games in their game, and you can play them. But then after the first one, they were just like, get rid of that.
This takes us back to what we were talking off mic, how they're doing the Super Mario Sunshine 64 and Galaxy, but why is it just Galaxy, not Galaxy 2? Why is it there's so many classic Nintendo games that don't make it onto the new systems and take forever? You're releasing the third, but it's actually the fourth Luigi's Haunted Mansion or Luigi's Mansion game.
Yeah.
It's numerically it says number 3, but there's also a Game Boy.
That's number 2. Dark World is number 2.
Yeah, but then they released one called 2.
Did they?
Yeah.
Oh.
So there's Dark World that's on the handheld, and then they released Luigi's Mansion 2, something. It's got a subtitle, and now they're releasing 3. Oh, it's all right, Cross. No problems being late. The only thing you missed was I got a gift.
Got to meet you.
Okay, that's a lie. You missed some news too, but you can go back and listen to that later.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's 4 Luigi's Mansions games once this third one comes out, but the other ones are not playable on the Switch. And it's this weird, why doesn't Nintendo want our money type of thing? Like,
either that or why are they so close-minded when it comes down to just allowing us to play something from the history to start working toward the new stuff?
Yeah.
It's very...
With the size of those games, too, like, you could really squeeze those games down in size. Oh.
Nice.
You could really squeeze those games down in size now, and you could totally do what they did on the Super Nintendo, where they... the Super Nintendo, where you had the one game, the All-Star game, where it was several games. You could do that today with damn near all the Mario games, because technology's gotten so great, you can condense things and whatnot. But I feel like we see a lot with companies where they're so focused on the next thing, they kind of forget they've got other shit we want.
Be humble. Remember where you came from. That's all I ever ask out of people.
Sock says maybe the game is too spooky for Nintendo Switch.
Maybe.
Am I missing something? Because it's in quotations.
Luigi's Mansion.
Well, I get what...
It's scary, man.
There's a shadow of him hanging from the ceiling. Mario. I actually really liked that game. That was one of the things I played on the GameCube the most. No, I have one more Mario news, which is why our episode's named what it is, because it's just so much Mario. Next year there will be a Cat Mario and a Cat Peach amiibo coming out.
Good.
So I don't do the amiibo thing, even with my Wii U. It wasn't in I did the Lego Dimensions, which I got one right there. I got Wonder Woman. The DeLorean's downstairs, but I got Wonder Woman. I like the Lego Dimensions. That was the only game like that where I was like, let me buy the figures and shit. I didn't get into what was Skylanders? Was that the Spyro one?
Yeah.
Disney's
Spyro looked so bad.
Yeah, and then Disney's Infinity or something like that. And then Mario Amiibo, and then Lego Dimensions. Lego Dimensions was the one I got into.
Disney Infinity, I think, was what it was on. Then had like Infinity 2.0 and then Infinity 3.0.
Yeah, well, they killed off the figure thing, and it just started becoming like a regular game because people just weren't buying the figures. I mean, you've got 6 companies doing these fucking figure things. People can't buy all of them.
Right.
So, what do you want to move on to next?
I mean, I guess we can just talk about something very strange.
I mean, everything with him is very strange. So,
like,
hit it.
He's your boy. He's done a couple good normal roles.
Hey, I'm not saying The Strange is bad. I actually really like The Strange.
Okay, then. So, Nicolas Cage to voice hard-drinking Southern Swamp Dragon. I mean, that's that. I don't have anything else to really state for it. It's just basically going to be Joe Exotic things. And then there's going to be extra stuff later.
No. The Joe Exotic thing is a separate thought.
I know. But I'm saying he is doing that. And then there's going to be hard-drinking Southern Swamp Dragon.
Yeah, this is for a series in development at Amazon based on the Artemis Fowl author Ian Colfer's book, High Fire. In the past, on past episodes, I had talked that I had heard that Ian was happy with Artemis. The problem was I did not know Ian was the author. I was thinking of a different author that was happy with a project from his child books.
Okay.
From my understanding, Ian is not happy with how Artemis Fowl came out.
Oh, really?
Yeah. The Disney Plus this movie thing, if I understand, he was not happy and fans are pissed. Ooh. So I was speaking wrong in the past. I was thinking of
I'm curious about this.
I was spacing on his name. I was thinking of someone else. And how they were actually very happy with the treatment their book got. But yeah, so this is for another spin-off of, or not another spin-off, but another one of this guy's books. Hopefully Amazon treats this guy's book better than Disney treated his other book.
Yeah, I'm hoping.
I mean Nicolas Cage is good, and he's starting to do more voice acting.
Good.
I mean, he did Spider-Man Noir, and I'm assuming he's probably going to come back for the sequel.
Oh, I'm hoping that.
Yeah.
So
he can keep up the weird. I like the weird.
All right. I want to talk about a Kickstarter real quick.
Sure.
So, I like Kickstarters. Yes. There are very few that I would ever back. I've only backed two total.
The one I wanted to back, by the time I went in to back it, the thing I wanted to back it for was no longer available. Yeah. And so I pulled out, waited for the game to actually come out, and then just bought the game.
What was this?
Friday the 13th.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Camp Crystal Lake.
There's Crystal Lake all over this room.
Yes. This one I would probably back if I had some extra cash to throw because it's so fucking pretty.
And we got a plasma place right next to us.
Yeah, I could go. Let's go. I'm already feeling nauseous. Let's go. But it's stunning visuals. It's
very interesting artwork.
Oh yeah, it's got a lot of depth of field. I don't know if I want to call it issues, but it's already made $4.5 million. It's got great art pieces. Reminds me of Suikoden a little bit.
Kickstarter blows my mind. 4.5 million, but we can barely get people to tip Starbucks baristas.
Yeah, it's one of these things.
It's just nuts to me the
where's
money that these people get.
Look at this world.
Not that they don't deserve it. It's just it's so crazy that they can get people to actually give them something.
Yeah, and I mean I'm excited for it. We played the trailer a little bit before
it yelled at us.
Yeah, it
was very loud.
Exploded our fucking ears. But I'll play a little bit of it. It's only 21 seconds, but it's so stunning. Everyone's on their own like little tiny pillars. They seem to have quicker motions. This seems to be like an advanced attack where everybody's acting as one. But it's called Hold on. Euden Chronicle 100 Heroes. I don't know why I kept wanting to stop with like a C, and I'm like, there's no C until Chronicle. I'm sorry. I would like to sorry for that bumblefuck.
It's alright. I wouldn't have been able to do it any better.
Uedin
Uedin
Chronicles.
Uedin Chronicles 100 Heroes.
Yeah. And it's the third most successful video game Kickstarter.
That's awesome.
Right behind Bloodstained Ritual of the Night and Shenmue 3. I don't know why Shenmue 3, but...
because people just love to walk for an hour and a half through a mountain.
Yeah, it's fine.
Plus, the whale.
Yeah. But I also want to make it known that even though I didn't read the second part, but apparently it's from one of the writers of Suikoden.
Okay.
So, okay. I'm glad that this exists.
This is what happens when we pull articles for imagery, but we didn't use that article for our research. We got our research from looking at other stuff.
Yeah,
because it's like we're not gonna tell you verbatim the article, and then while we're talking, we're like, oh shit, this article's got stuff I didn't know because I'm not plagiarizing their article. I'm using the imaging here.
Yeah, it's like I read the first part and I was like, okay, called classic RPG like Suikoden. And I was like, that's what I pretty much knew. I already saw it in the gameplay because that's what it looked like. And then all of a sudden, second part.
I flipped through Kickstarter plenty of times. Like whenever work goes really well for me for a month and I'm doing a little bit better, I like to flip through Kickstarter, GoFundMe, see if there's anything I can do.
There was an amazing dice set that I really wanted from Kickstarter. That was these nice resin ones that are they're pin throughed and they just roll so nice. And
sometimes I don't find things that really jump out at me, and then other times I find things that jump out at me too much, and I start calculating too high of numbers, and I have to stop myself. So,
speaking of stopping yourself,
we can talk about that, sure.
Okay, a little bit of bad news, but you've got even worse news about this.
I mean, kind of. I mean, yeah.
I mean, well, I don't know if you talked. Did you talk about it?
I didn't talk about it.
Okay. So AT&T no longer looking to sell Warner Brothers Interactive Gaming Division,
which includes Rocksteady,
NetherRealm,
and Warner Brothers Montreal,
which are three very big companies. So,
I think it's because two of those companies finally showed some fucking games that people wanted, and NetherRealm, was doing well already, but Rocksteady finally showed a game, Warner Brothers finally showed a game, so now they're no longer looking to sell them. Maybe they actually believe in them more now. I don't... It said, quote, too valuable to unload, so I think this is a good thing, because the reality is, what happens if they sell them? Do these companies still hold all rights to do anything Warner Brothers or whatnot? It would become a very weird gray area.
Yeah, or are they just going to do independent IPs? In the which case, it's going to be kind of weird to see them do something new with what they've got.
I'm glad they're staying. In all honesty, Rocksteady built good games. Yes, Night had its problems on PC, and it was the Batmobile Simulator, but Rocksteady's other two games were really good games. Even parts of that one were good. And the new Suicide Squad game looks interesting. I just hate the fact that, we're still 2 years out on a fucking game that they've possibly been working on for about 4 or 5 years. But it looks good. This is the one where Samoa Joe is going to voice King Shark. Joe. That's him in the background. There he is.
There he is.
I like the way he looks in this too. I like this King Shark look, and I like the look for the new James Gunn Suicide Squad movie.
Oh yeah.
I don't like the way he looks in Assault on Arkham, the animated film.
What about the Harley Quinn show?
I like the way he looks in the Harley Quinn show, and Ronald Punches. It's Ronald Punches.
Huh?
Ronald Punches. He's hilarious. I love him.
Oh,
he's a great comedian. Watch his episodes.
He pulls his voice back a little bit.
No, that's just his voice.
Is it really?
He's very high pitch, and he giggles like crazy.
Okay.
Watch his At Midnight episodes. Like whenever he's on At Midnight, he's fucking hilarious. He'll have you like toppled over.
Okay. I mean, I don't mind the Harley.
When this game was announced, he went, "Oh, so Samoa Joe stole my game." Yeah.
Okay.
And he's a wrestling fan, so he knows who he's talking about too.
Joe.
Although I didn't know about that. 13 days ago, Rocksteady responds to toxic workplace allegations.
13 days.
Yeah, 13 days ago.
Wow, he didn't update. Actually, it's a statement rather than a new letter drafted by its female employees in it. Actually says, "Oh no, we met with all our female staff. We listened. We dealt with the issues raised. All formal complaints were thoroughly investigated, addressed appropriately, and a number of serious measures were taken in response to the issues that were surfaced, including discipline or termination of staff."
Yeah, see.
Okay.
If we ever own any kind of company and it goes beyond the two of us, I'm telling you, fucking cameras, microphones, all that shit. Ain't nobody getting away with nothing. I don't fucking trust these fuckers.
Microchips in the hands.
Yeah, there will be no sexual harassment.
That will be zero.
A guy will meet you in a dark alley and beat you with a stick.
That's harassment, though, Quincy. What did we just learn?
They will do it to the harassers, not the harassees.
Oh. But on a more serious note, I'm glad that.
Yeah, I'm glad something was done.
Yeah.
So, but I'm excited to see what comes out of them, and I'm excited to see what comes out of Montreal. I mean, NetherRealm always does pretty good work. 10 wasn't great, but they always do Mortal Kombat, so we know what we're gonna expect from them. So
yeah, I mean, and Ninja Gaiden.
When was the last time one of those came out, though?
A couple years ago.
Yeah, it's been a while.
I don't think they're gonna do anymore.
I think if they do, it'll be off of a response to something else. How is it to just not be a jackhole in a workplace, though? Says Socks. I mean, I was never a jackhole, but I worked with jackholes, so it seems like it is difficult for people. But I have zero patience for that shit. I
don't feel good.
I was in a place of being able to fire people, and let me tell you, not very many people kept their jobs very long.
Wow.
I don't play with it. We're there to work and nothing else.
Yeah.
And if you're in a creative environment, you're there to work in a creative way. But at the end of the day, you're there to work.
Forward thinking,
yes. If you can socialize at work, yes. But anything that starts to blur lines, there's no room for it.
Rob Thicke?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
The singer who sang Blurred Lines.
Oh.
Blurred Lines.
Yeah, I was more of a fan of his father.
Same. I mean, don't get me wrong. Blurred Lines is a good song.
I got nothing against the guy from Ryerson. He's a rather nice person, actually.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Let's go ahead and hit, because we already talked.
Yeah, might as well. Boop.
Scream Factory, branch off from Shout Factory, has it's so beautiful.
It's how many discs?
16 discs. They just listed all of the confirmed bonus stuff on a big thing. Actually, it'll be on here if you go to the actual webpage. But zoom in on that artwork for me.
Oh,
don't look where you go anymore.
Boop.
Oh, look at that. One more.
Boop.
Oh, sorry. There we go. Oh, that looks so fucking good. So this is all the Friday the 13th movies, including the remake.
Yep, and I was looking for more zoomed in images.
Yeah, and it's just a poster.
Goes through all of them.
There were a few questions people started asking on their Twitter page about what this includes. There's lost footage of Pamela Voorhees opening her eyes and stuff. Well, not lost footage, but deleted footage of Pamela Voorhees opening her eyes. And they're like, that's not part of what we have. No, we don't have that. Because they don't own Friday the 13th. They're just licensed to do this collector's set, which comes with a book, 16 discs, all Blu-ray. Let's go ahead and look at some of those special features. You're going to be blown away. So that's just the list of the movies.
Listing.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Hang on. This is from the exclusive, but that's already over.
Yeah, the exclusive is done.
Hang on. There we go.
Bonus features.
Okay, disc 1. It specifically says disc 1. So
we'll just talk disc 1. We won't read the rest of them because you're going to be reading for hours. So just look at just what disc 1 has. So this is for Friday the 13th, 1980.
The 4K scan of the original camera negatives, US theatrical trailer, the international trailer, the TV spot, the S radio spots and K radio spots. So the AM FMs, I believe that's what they're going for.
I don't know what S and K means.
A movie stills gallery and poster and lobby cards.
Now just do a slow or kind of fast, whatever. Scroll.
Oh.
Just look at this. And it just keeps... Oh, we're only on disc 4.
Keep rolling.
Reminder, 16 discs, 12 movies. That's how much shit there is in this.
Yeah.
I own a set for Friday the 13th already, but it's missing...
magazine article.
Mm-hmm. I own a set for these movies already, but it's missing, I think, X, Freddy vs. Jason, but I own that separately, and then the remake.
Who really wants to own Jason X? Come on.
Yeah, true. It's not great.
It is.
Honestly,
it is what made me not want to watch all the other ones.
Honestly, Goes to Hell bothers me more though.
I don't think I've seen that one.
Goes to Hell's not even him throughout most of the movie. He gets blown up into these little worm things that then burrow themselves into other people and makes those people go out and kill.
Those are big brains.
It's weird. But yeah, look, we're only on disc 15. And just so much shit.
It's a lot of, I just kept going and then I stopped for a second, but holy crap.
Yeah. The remake also, I think, is really, really great. So the fact that this includes the remake.
Holy shit, the runtime. 21 hours, 75 minutes.
Yep.
Or, no, I'm sorry, 21 hours, 45 minutes. I know how to do math.
I want it. It's 156 currently on pre-order.
159?
Is it 159?
Scrolling all the way back up.
Almost there. 159. Sorry, yeah, 159.98. It comes out October 13th, just in time for Halloween. Also, great date because it's Halloween reversed, and it's Friday the 13th.
Oh, is it really Friday the 13th?
I do believe, yeah.
Wow, what a time.
Yeah.
Okay. Very good.
I wish I could get this, and then I would just give away the set I have now.
Yeah.
So. But yeah, I'm Friday the 13th guy. I mean, got the hat, got the banner.
So.
I got little Jason's around here somewhere.
Yeah, no, right.
I think they're downstairs.
Yeah. So Fall Guys.
I haven't played it.
I haven't either. I've watched.
Everyone is though.
I've watched a few people play it. I personally don't. I don't feel like I would like this game. I already have a hard time with League.
Is it free to play or is it?
No, it's pay.
How much?
20.
20. It may be something I do, just to say I tried it.
Let's see here. Shopping. $10 on that. Steam is 20.
Okay.
Yeah. And then Ultimate Collector's Edition is a little bit more, but even still.
Yeah, I could see spending the 20 just to see what the hype is. I've watched people play it, but that's not the same as playing it.
Right.
So.
But I mean, there's a lot of customization options.
Mm-hmm.
I like it. It looks cute. You know, it's got its own little strange meta of I grab you, and then when I let go of you, or when you break away, you can't jump for a second. So when you break away, I can jump. You can't. You get hit by that swinging freaking wipeout thing and get knocked off the pedestal. Haha. You know, it's got a little bit of actual.
Gotcha.
And then up the mountain, people go up Crag Mountain. If for those who know that reference.
I'm sorry. I just realized Norman Reedus is really staring at this game.
Yeah,
Look at that.
I wouldn't be surprised if he wanted to play
He's like,
it.
what the fuck are those little things?
Yeah.
And Guillermo's like explaining it to him. See, they're Fall Guys.
So Fall Guys. But good news, they had a little bit of a run-in with brands saying, hey, if you want our guys to wear your stuff, put in a little bit of money toward us, whatever.
Yeah, they're gonna give it to charity.
And we're giving it to charity.
And it was like an auction thing.
Kind of, yeah. And they took the top 4, which all kind of compiled all the money together, and it equaled up to $1 million for special effects, which is one of my favorite charities. Not my top, but it's a really good charity. Yeah. And it supports G2 Esports, which is an okay team, Tyler Ninja Blevins, Aim Lab, and Mr. Beast, also known as Jimmy.
Yeah, they emerged as the victors, but let's talk about one of the ones that got some of the highest amounts put in there. A bidet company, it doesn't state which one, 420,069 and 69 cents.
420, 69. Nice.
So
actually, let's see. Does it showcase the?
Tushy.
Hello, Tushy.
Yeah, hello, Tushy. Tushy bidet. All right.
Ask me about my butthole.
Oh, I wish they had won.
Oh, I hope they just let him go.
I also look. Don't count us out. We see see that 420,069. We raise it 69 cents. And a peachy guy. And it's a peach also. Oh God, I wish this one had won. That would have confirmed me buying the game. They need to do this again and let these guys get in. That's fucking amazing. Ask me about my ball.
No.
So when the toilet paper fiasco hit from the current happenstance of over shopping.
Oh, hey, Bowie.
My brother's dad bought a bidet because he couldn't find any toilet paper. And he says it was just the final push I needed because I actually already wanted one. So not being able to find toilet paper in the store was the final push for him to get a bidet.
So this is where it all started. With Cooler Master going, you know what, 212, let's go. And
That's
then
cool.
This is the first serious bid, I think. You're in the lead. And then, bam, just immediately. And then, actually, these are not safe for work games. So, oh no, that would have been weird.
You are yeeted, not safe for work. Fall Guys say.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah.
But, Oh, do I
No,
dare?
we're on Twitch.
You're right.
Yeah, don't do it.
I will keep this up though, and I will take a look at it afterwards.
So
I'm thinking it's probably just one of those Ahego faces. The bat.
maybe.
Yeah, no.
This is something they should do.
Oh, those look good.
Rivals of Etheria. This is something they should do every year. Every year they should do this.
No, every season.
Every season.
Because they do seasons.
Yeah, every season they should do this. If you won in the past, you can obviously donate, but you don't get the bid anymore. So that other companies make it in. They have to be serious bids, and keep it up for charities.
Let's see here. Get that out of here.
That's what he should look like in the movie. So,
like there's some really cool mini games that are in it, such as Capture the Tail, all that stuff, and it's one of deal. That looks actually kind of neat.
It's so clunky.
It's how it's supposed to look. Like all of them look weird. Well, I mean the Adventure Time ones look kind of nice. And then
I know it's.
You know what? That looks nice.
I know it's Finn and Jake, but they did that one episode where they switched, where one of them, like the human, had become the dog, and the dog had become the human. It has forever fucked me up, and I always had to stop and go, which one's Finn the dog and Jake the human? No, wait.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Finn the human and Jake the shit. What was it? Damn you guys for doing that episode.
No, you're right. You're
No,
right.
I know. I'm just saying.
No, you were wrong, but I was just saying you were right.
Oh, I was wrong? I don't know.
Finn the human.
Yeah.
Jake the dog.
Yeah, okay.
You said it the other way around.
Did I?
Yes.
Okay.
They're not safe for work games are bad, but asking me about my butthole is okay. Now hold on. One is a literal not safe for work, while the other one is talking about a bidet that is healthy.
To be fair, I never said the not safe for work games were bad.
I didn't say it either.
I'm just saying, asking about my butthole
"Ooh."
and it being a peach guy was amazing.
All right, I'm gonna leave this up for later, just to make sure of what it was.
I don't like you looking at not safe for work stuff in my house.
We watched fucking Hello.
What?
We watched literally The Thing a couple weeks ago. You tell me that thing ain't safe for work. They work and it's not safe. So where's the guidelines
That's a
here?
different kind of not safe. That's physically not safe. Not like, oh, I'm looking at titties on my phone.
You do that too, so.
You know the face swapping app that everyone's using right now?
Yeah.
First of all, we did it to Jim and
I
sent him the thing, and
showed me
he
last
did
week.
not realize.
Yeah.
I had to point it out to him. He's like, "What is that?" He's like, "It's Russell Crowe." I'm like, "No, that's you."
Oh.
And he's like, "Holy crap!" No, Jason Blum, owner of Blumhouse Productions, the horror movie company,
Okay.
just put his face on the WAP music video, and it is terrifying. But also, the greatest comment on it was, "You have nice tits."
I don't know if that picked up on the mic, but I just did a little golf clap. So back over to news.
Yes, I think that was news.
Flambeer.
Flambe.
Flambeer. Also,
Flambe.
it's spelled a bit strange. It is Vlambeer. They're gonna be closing up their whole entire.
Now, with them shutting down, you won't be able to buy the games anymore?
No, you're gonna be able to buy the games.
Okay.
It's just they're not going to make any more after
Gotcha.
I think Dead Bugs. No, Ultra Bugs. And
Yeah, they said 10 years, right?
yeah, they've done 10 years of gaming. They made some pretty good stuff. Luftrausers has a really amazing. Just you start the game and you go. There's nothing more to say about it. It is, you're battling, I guess, Nazi Germany in a plane, and you just go.
It's always safe to assume you're battling Nazi Germany.
Yeah, if you take off and you turn off the engine, you just go into this downward spiral. You kick on the engine and you coast along the water. It's so pretty for it being so simplistic. And of course, it's just like any other flight simulator type of game that involves just simplistic controls. Never stop firing. Super Crate Box, a nice little fun little beat 'em up game.
Mint, I think, or Minty, or
Minute.
Okay.
Minute
I think that one's
Zelda clone.
currently on Game Pass,
Okay.
or it was.
Dicey Dungeons, which kind of has a little bit of tabletop feel to it. I've heard it's a pretty nice little dice deck building game.
Interesting.
Nuclear Throne is a very hard roguelike game, and I recommend it to anyone. What kind of sucks is for the cast, these were on sale for 50-75% off. And I would love for it to be a little bit more extended so I can try and promote these games, because most of them are pretty good. Tormentor X Punisher, like the trailer itself, animated by the guys who did Venture Brothers.
Ah, okay. I was say it looks very Newgrounds.
Yeah, a little bit. And so, it's literally just you go to Planet Fuck Off, or no, Planet Fuck You.
Ah.
And you just go, you kill.
I think I did someone from there once.
Yeah, maybe. And then Tumbleseed is another one of those little dreary things, but at the same time you control 2 lifts and you tilt and slide.
Interesting.
Yeah, they wanted to make arcade games, but make things a little more, because most of these games, as I've said, you just start it up and go.
Yeah. There's
no lift or anyone.
I mean, how many times did you get your ass whooped at things like Mortal Kombat before you realized how to play it? Because it was like, just put the quarters and play.
Yeah, just put a quarter in, hit the start, choose your character, go.
What was the big place for you when it came to arcade games when you were growing up? Like when was the chance you normally got to play arcade games?
We lived across the way from a Century Theater that had one right. As soon as you enter, it's right there to the left.
Mine was Laundromat.
Yeah,
Laundromat normally had like 2 arcade machines.
Yeah, ours had one too. It was Marvel vs. Capcom 1.
I think mine was Pac-Man.
And this weird amalgamation machine that allowed you to play like Super Mario Brothers 1, 2, 3, like any NES, SNES style game, but it had a weird way of timing you for how much you put in.
Mm-hmm.
It was fine.
I did some Chuck E. Cheese for a little bit and a couple birthdays there.
Yeah.
And then after a while it became the arcade actually up at Red Rock.
Oh, yeah.
I did that one a lot. But no, my best memories of an arcade was at the Laundromat. They had like 2 machines, and that was it. They sat at the end of one of the aisles right next to the fucking machines. You're standing next to someone doing their laundry as you're playing on the arcade.
Gives you something to do.
Yeah.
But,
I mean that, and they'd play Looney Tunes on the TV. No, it was cool laundromat for me.
Yeah. But Flambeer is disappearing.
Sad to see you go.
Sad to see you go.
Thank you for what you did.
But yeah, thank you for your hard work and dedication.
I always hate when people announce retirement. Yeah. Because what if you get inspiration again, you know? That's my main worry.
Well, speaking of inspiration, some people get a little too much. Lay on the floor. That's fine. You can lay on the floor. So, here's the interesting thing.
Tell me his quote.
His quote is, he is going to be working on a new, ambitious game. There's a really positive thing about talking about your game a lot, where you get people interested in it who wouldn't have played it otherwise. So, you make No Man's Sky. A very big and very ambitious game.
Yes.
It doesn't do well.
Mm-hmm.
You repair the game. It plays well
Hold
now.
on. He said that he's coming out with a new, very big, ambitious game, which is what he claimed No Man's Sky was.
Correct.
And my argument is No Man's Sky eventually was. And I know the hurricane fucked things up, but he didn't come out and talk to us about that.
I think
he just delivered us a crap game.
I think he might have mentioned it. It's just I don't think he put a lot of emphasis on it and delayed as far as he needed to make it good.
Yeah. And now he's come out and said, I'm working on a new, very big, ambitious game that is not a sequel to No Man's Sky. And I'm sorry, I have troubles believing you.
Yeah, here's a little bit of the game.
The Last Campfire.
Which was during Gamescom. It was announced.
So...
I mean, it looks pretty so far. I've seen a little bit of the trailer before. I watched a whole lot of trailers last week. I don't want to talk about anything Gamescom. If you guys want to look up that stuff, holy crap.
My eyeballs are bleeding. Too much. But, Last Campfire. I mean, it sounds very Dark Soulsy. The fire from your world is gone.
Yeah.
Here, rest here for a while.
stay a while and listen. Points we get that reference. Like, I like the look of it. It looks like a nice little Zelda-like.
I mean, are you just following a flame around and solving puzzles? That doesn't sound very big or ambitious.
I don't know. Maybe there's going to be a lot more to it. Is there combat? Doesn't look like there's any, combat.
Okay, and that
style.
just showed you the map. This looks like 80 other things we've seen.
I don't know.
I know I'm coming across very negative because the guy kind of bugs me because of the way No Man's Sky went, and so I really don't want to be like that.
Oh.
I mean, that looks cool. Like, maybe the story is going to be the ambitious side of things, but
Oh,
that was sad.
Don't do that.
Okay, is there a scene in a movie that almost makes you cry?
Yes.
What scene?
Does it have to be a movie?
I guess it could be a TV show.
What about video game?
Okay, give me a video game one.
Grease.
Grease?
Grease. Grease.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Yeah, you mentioned that one before.
Violet Evergarden got me once.
The scene in Return of the Jedi when the Ewok realizes the other Ewok's dead.
Yeah, it goes back from
shakes him and is like,
oh, and then he kind of just has to go. I can't stay here. I'm dead too.
That almost gets me. That's what that kind of reminded me of. With him, they put his hand on the skeletalized one. Okay, now IGN's just getting weird. I don't know. I'm not excited for it. I'm not going to put any stake in it. If it happens, great. If it is big and ambitious, great.
Oh wait, if it goes to Game Pass,
I'll try it.
okay.
I will try it.
But in West Philadelphia, born and raised. That's as far as I can go because I know we're going to get copyright claimed. It is owned by NBC. Can't do it.
Is it owned by NBC or is it owned by the Fresh Prince? Because he was a musician.
Yeah, I know, but it is owned by NBC because
okay.
it is used for one of their proprietary licenses.
Okay.
But that's as far as I can go for that. But even still, HBO Max has announced a Fresh Prince of Bel-Air reunion special, which
I'm excited. They're also supposed to be doing a Friends reunion special at some point.
Well, they had to postpone that because of TV.
Yeah.
So I'm happy that they're wanting to do this, and I look at how long a show's been going, and I'm like, I'm not that much older than this. Mm-hmm. I remember seeing this stuff when I was like, 6, 7 years old. And
I grew up on this show. This is the first thing we watched when we got HBO Max. The first thing we started watching was The Fresh Prince.
Yeah, but I don't expect it to be that old.
Yeah.
And then when I'm like
30th anniversary.
And I'm just like, I'm old. What the fuck?
Yep.
But I'm glad that they're bringing everybody back.
Well,
they're
kind of. So you've only got one of the Aunt Vivs because the other Aunt Viv is very outspoken and very shitty to Will.
Okay.
Hold on. Will has kind of just let her say what she's going to say. Alfonso, though, has come out and called her out, which tells me she's full of shit. If the guy you're talking shit about is just like, yeah, do what you're going to do, but someone else who was there isn't going to stand up for that person, I think you're full of shit. So I'm okay with the second Aunt Viv being the one that comes back.
Yeah. I mean, I'm glad that.
Alfonso, you know that he's the guy that does those Chris Paul commercials, right?
Yes. Yes.
I love him in those.
I'm ready to go. Let's go.
So September 10th.
Yes.
Cool. Oh, well, we recorded on September 10th. So when will we get it? Huh.
I don't know, but it says, I don't know.
Interesting.
And we had talked about it earlier that they want to do more serious take.
Yeah, there's gonna be a reboot, or there's supposed to be a reboot that they're working on. Will's gonna be a producer on it, and it's gonna be a dramatic version of Fresh Prince. And my whole thing was this show was very powerful and got a lot of messages across about how people of color in general, mostly black people, but people of color in general, are treated. And I always loved that, and I loved that they did it by doing it in comedy because they got you to sit down because you knew you were going to laugh, and then they slap you in the face with something serious and you were like, oh shit, I wasn't ready for that. Like, I have to accept this message.
Like there were some really hard hitting ones, but like the first half of the episode, super nice. Like let's take the pool hall. They get a little hustled, but then Uncle Phil comes out and goes, break out Genevieve. And then he pulls out the cue and just bam, bam, bam. And then he got his coat hung on like this, and then all of a sudden turns to Will and
Carlton.
Thank you. Whoa, his name just flew right out of my mind. Turns to him and goes, "Don't you ever do that again."
The first season, how about the episode where they're supposed to drive the car to Palm Springs and they get pulled over by the cops, and how the cops treat them because they're black.
Yeah.
And there's even the whole thing with Will knowing everything that's going to happen, and he immediately gets out of the car and immediately throws himself on the hood because he knows he's going to get patted down and everything. But they did those things within and humor. My concern with doing a more serious, more dramatic version of the show is
that might be too much.
Yeah, people, you're going to get people to tune in for the show. I would watch the show because I have so much respect for the show and its message and whatnot. I would still sit down and watch it, but you're going to lose a lot of people that you could get in by having it be a comedy. And the only thing is I feel like you want to get your message across, and that's great, but sometimes you've got to trick people to throw something in their face because people are so close-minded.
Yeah.
And it sucks that you have to do that.
Yeah.
So that's my only concern with them doing a dramatic version.
Like, when Uncle Phil got a little bit, he acknowledged that he was unhealthy, and he was like, okay, we're going to start doing more workouts, all this, that. And he was like, today's a cheat day. Tonight, we eat fudge. It's like, okay.
They've even got the episode with, like, him.
Good to get your experiences in.
Yeah.
As unhealthy as they may be.
There's the whole episode with him not wanting to forget his past and where he came from, because they're doing the article on him, and he doesn't want to talk about how he was Zeke, the boy who loved his pig and stuff like that. He wants to be known as the lawyer, the
judge.
But he's not a judge yet at that point.
Oh, that point. Okay.
But the show's got a hell of a message, and I'm excited for the reunion special. I'll watch the reunion special, and I hope that the remake thing turns out well. I mean, Will's a pretty smart guy. I mean, he's done some good shows and stuff and good movies. I mean, we won't talk about Earth.
Yeah,
or After Earth.
After Earth, and there was another one that he worked on. Gemini.
Gemini Man. I didn't see it. I can't speak bad about that one.
I'm not gonna speak bad about it, but just the trailer made me go,
I mean,
really want to watch this?
Being like the baddest motherfucker around, and then they use your DNA to create
you again.
I
feel like they've done that before. Oh wait, they have.
No. All right. Let's move on. I got a couple little things that aren't on here.
Okay.
If my screen would wake up. I got my fucking Word to finally start working because it wasn't working for a little bit. So, last week you watched the trailer for The Batman with Robert Pattinson.
Yes.
Now that movie, they had to delay production and go through and build a lot of the real world things that they were working on due to the pandemic.
Okay.
It's been delayed again. It's confirmed Robert Pattinson has COVID.
No.
He just tested positive.
Oh, shit.
So he has to delay. This actually is interesting, too, because I just found out yesterday, The Rock and his family just got over having it.
Yeah.
The Rock, his wife, and his 2 little girls had it.
And speaking of that family, frickin' Roman Reigns just got back.
Did he?
Into SmackDown. Yeah, I know neither one of us watched WWE, but it was nice to know that, they're making returns. Yeah. They're bringing people back. But
AEW's officially got live audiences again.
Oh,
it's very few, and they're very distanced and masked and whatnot.
Oh,
but,
good.
Yeah.
Good. I did watch yesterday's.
Did you? Yeah. Did you like it?
Or day before yesterday?
No, it was yesterday.
But yeah, I liked it. A lot of people don't need mic skills. They just need to wrestle. There's a few.
Are you talking about the guy that came up and interrupted Taz?
Yeah.
Okay, so
he's hammered, stuttered.
This has been his whole thing. This is his 3rd or 4th time out now, where he comes out and he's basically telling everyone off and whatnot,
and then says something really weird.
His first episode on AEW, dude, he practically started fucking crying. I don't know. I've got he's just kind of weird.
Like, I don't know whether to date him or to wrestle him. I'm like, I'm sorry. No, he literally said that.
I don't like him mouthing off the Taz. Respect Taz.
Yeah,
Taz will whoop your ass in a second.
Taz will put you in the rear naked choke, man. He'll mess you up.
Taz will come out with that towel draped on his head. Okay, I love Taz. I never liked when he wore that leotard thing.
Okay,
that was too much of Taz.
I
don't like when anyone wears that though. I didn't like when the Big Show did that either.
Yeah. And then you had the I can't remember their names, but the ones who are going to go up against Omega and Hangman next on Saturday.
Oh, FTR?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When the dude popped on mic, he could not get a line out.
Yeah, he was getting a little... FTR's been good. I think it was just an off night for them.
Okay.
Because they've been pretty good in the past with, with some of their things.
What's that saying? Learn how to cut a promo?
Yeah. No, it's called a promo. If you want to play with the big boys, you gotta learn how to do it. Shut up, John.
Shut up, John. Shut up. But like, it just seemed like a weird.
It was a bit of an off night for some of the mic skills,
yeah.
But I mean, you had Taz out there doing what Taz does.
Oh, the wrestling was so good last night.
How about the fact that we're gonna get like a 26-man battle royale or some shit, and it's not a bunch of fucking jobbers? It's
it's
actual wrestlers.
Yeah, and I'm curious, is it all confirmed roster, or is it like some hiddens?
I think that one might be all confirmed. I don't know. It's for this Saturday's pay-per-view, which we will be watching.
All in?
All out.
Okay, because All In was one of their first.
All In's the one that's supposed to be here in Vegas. It was their first one, and then the second time they had to do it due to the thing, they couldn't do it out here.
It's just, sorry, you have one that's called All Out and one that's called All In.
Yeah, All In's the concept of
now,
pushing your chips in.
All neutral?
But yeah, Saturday we will be watching the pay-per-view.
Good.
And it's like 18 before shows. They're doing like a before the show thing, and then they're doing like the before the show thing, and then there's so much. Britt Baker and Big Swole will have their match in the before the pay-per-view thing, the free section of the pay-per-view, which is good.
Get people interested.
Swole was wearing a Black Panther shirt last night, which I liked.
Good.
So, and then she got attacked by Britt.
There was a guy on Twitter that had a mock-up for the African gentleman in the game to get a Black Panther costume, and it matches his motif of like deep purples with the black covering. Mm-hmm. I'm like, that's kind of nice, but I don't see Black Panther using a gun.
Yeah,
but I mean, it was nice to see. It was nice to see a full render of it too, but I don't think Ubisoft's gonna try and paint that picture.
So my quick things here. Flight Simulator, the one that just came out,
fucking 200 gigabytes,
already has 1 million players.
That's fine.
And they have traveled over 1 billion miles.
That's kind of nice.
With the most recent hurricane, they were actually chasing it because the hurricane was in the game. Because they like do real world shit. So people were chasing the hurricane in their plane. I'm gonna get you, bitch. And the next thing I have, for those of you that know what Waze is, even for those of you that don't know what Waze is, I should say, it's a Garmin, TomTom type of thing, navigation system for your phone. And every now and then they do these fun things where for a short period of time they got someone to do the directions. Like I do believe at one point it was I think Terry Crews did it at one point.
Terry Crews.
I think.
I like
I want Gordon Ramsay to do it. I just want him to call me a donut or a donkey while I'm driving. You missed your turn, you donkey. Something.
Okay.
Right now it's Wally Wingert, which is the voice actor for the Riddler in Batman the Animated Series, and Kevin Conroy, the voice actor of Batman,
the true animated Batman.
Yeah. And so for now you can pick either one of them as your navigation voice, while also making your vehicle emblem be a Batmobile or a Riddler mobile.
Yeah, and like when they're loading, I think it's loading the navigation thing, the Riddler gives you a riddle.
Yeah, he gave me a riddle today. That was fun.
I don't know the answer of it, but whatever.
Yeah. I don't really use Waze, but this is a cool little one. I know my way around this town too well to actually properly use something like that. That's the one problem.
But you just turn it on just to turn it on?
Yeah, I turned it on just to hear them and whatnot and see what it was like. That was kind of cool. In the past, they've done like Cookie Monster and stuff like that, so they do some fun ones.
Turn left now and eat cookies. For cookies.
So fun Kevin Conroy story real quick.
Okay.
He, in the height of Batman the Animated Series being what it was,
95-ish?
Earlier than that. I mean, it started right after Batman the movie, which was 89. So we'll say 93-ish.
Okay.
He's up early. Sun's not even up in Hollywood. He's dropping some mail off at the mailbox before he goes in to do some recording. And he hears, "Hey man, you got some change," or something like that. And he says it comes from this pile of clothes sitting next to the mailbox. And he looks down at the guy. He's like, "No, I'm sorry. I don't have anything. I was just dropping the stuff off." And he goes, "Wait a minute. You're Kevin Conroy." And he's like, "Yeah." And he goes, "You're the voice of Batman." And he's like, "Yeah." And he goes, oh, you got to do the voice, man. You got to do it for me. Please do it for me. And he goes, all right. And he just, I am vengeance. I am the night. I am Batman. And the guy just goes nuts. He's like, that's the greatest thing ever. Thank you. And he's like, this man's asking for money and was just blown away by me doing my voice. This is like, that was like one of those moments for him that just like, I am so glad that I decided to come and do this. Because Conroy was a stage actor.
Yeah, if I could get into voice acting and
Move to Texas.
Huh?
Move to Texas.
Move to Texas.
That's where Funimation is.
Oh, okay. Well, even still, if if I had the ability to do that, and someone's like, "Hey, do that voice," I am going to belt it out. Strep throat, no strep throat, fucking dead voice. I will do my best.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I like being known for something. If you have one of those people that's like, do the voice, no, I'm not in character. I don't have this. Like don't be that.
I mean, I get that it gets a little like, again, after a while, but
you literally have the guy who voiced Mario for the last 20 odd years going Yahoo. He loves that shit.
Yeah. Well, that's how Kevin Conroy is. He absolutely loves being Batman. And he's down to do it any second he can. He's really embraced it. And reminder, this is a man that went to.
Did he do the games?
He did the 3 Rocksteady ones. It's actually Troy Baker and
Nolan?
No, which one did Troy Baker? Troy Baker voiced Batman at one point. It wasn't Origins.
Night?
No, because it's Conroy for 1, 2, and 3.
Okay, I don't know.
Troy Baker did Joker in Origins, but he did Batman. I think maybe in Telltale. I think that might be Troy.
That might be him.
But yeah, it's a lot of the time it's Kevin. Kevin does a lot of the games. Real quick, I got one more thing.
Okay.
Ubisoft has changed the name of their upcoming game, Gods and Monsters, to Immortal Phoenix Rising. Phoenix, for some reason, spelled Fenyx.
That's such a weird spelling for it.
Also, a real interesting thing that after all this time of marketing, we've been looking at marketing for this game for months, if not longer, and now all of a sudden you're changing the name.
There's got to be something there has to be something in the underlay that they had to change it.
Yeah.
There's no fucking way. It's just we need to figure it out.
Yeah. So we got these last 3 things, and
we'll call it. So we've already had some things from Magic the Gathering roll over to Dungeons and Dragons, thanks to Avernus, Ravnica, a couple other small things roll over from Magic the Gathering over to Dungeons and Dragons. Well, now they're going to move a little bit of Dungeons and Dragons over to Magic the Gathering, set for next year. Late next year, but still. So I'm super interested to wonder on who they're going to bring in. Like, I'm hoping we get like a Minskin Boo Planeswalker card, maybe, perhaps. I don't know, but the announcement for what's going to be a part of it's going to be just beginning of next year. I'm hoping it's going to be something more fair than what's been going on lately with the core set, but that's another time for another tale. I'm not happy with it.
I never got into Magic. I can't have too many opinions on all this. Dungeons and Dragons was my shit. It going into other things, I mean, it's a hot commodity right now.
It is.
I'm not surprised that it's hitting other stuff.
Yeah.
So I don't
know. So I showed a little bit of a trailer for a board game by League. Mm-hmm. League's been really pushing a lot of envelopes. I
think they heard me talking shit when I said they do one thing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And then they said, well, here's a new champ. Here's this. Did I talk about the new champ last week?
I think so. I think you briefly touched on it.
Okay, that it's Dante from Devil May Cry.
Oh, no, you didn't. You brought... No. You brought that up to me on like Monday or Tuesday. You did not talk it on episode.
Okay. Well, even still...
It's basically Dante from Devil May Cry.
It's basically because you get style points. It goes from E to S. If you S, then you finally get to Alt, and she literally says, fucking jackpot. And
did she say fucking jackpot? Or...
No. But
now we're talking not safe for work games.
Yes. And then you got a board game called Telstone's King's Gambit, which apparently has like 8 small tiles, and you arrange them in a way, and your opponent has to guess what they are.
It's weird.
It's very strange. I don't know how to think about it. But the animation for it is kind of nice. It's a 30 frames a second type of jagged but very well orchestrated thing.
And then you were telling me that she's someone in another game?
She is Citra the Brave in Tales of Runeterra for the Demacia side.
Gotcha.
And I'm like, I'm glad that they're expanding their universe, but
what is this?
Do it better, please.
So, alrighty. I'm just glad I'm seeing them do more. Like, that was always my complaint about Riot.
Yeah.
So.
And then they talk about Demacia a little bit more. I'm like, we already know about Demacia. We know who coincides with Demacia.
When you're essentially just playing a game they play in their universe.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Yeah, but I want to know, okay, how would Noxus play these? Like a Noxian, like it's a blanket with 8 little cards, little tiles. I would need to know more. But I'm glad that they're showcasing more Demacians. Hooray. I would like to see how Bilgewater's play this. Ooh.
Just stepping in real quick. Play the player, not the game, is a beautiful statement that I follow wholeheartedly, says Cross. Yeah, I mean that's kind of what you got to do with this, and that's what you do with a lot of games, honestly. I mean,
yeah, I'm playing you, not the stones.
Yeah, and, playing you, not the cards in poker.
Yeah, and then later on, she gets him into telling it, and he goes, and she's like, well,
she played him.
What's that one? Go on. And the scale's not the hammer. She's the one who put it there.
Bitch.
And then Citra the Bold.
Yeah.
Well, Citra the Brave, Citra the Bold, and then Citra the Hero. Like, that's her evolutionary thing in Tales of Runeterra.
The fuck is she, a Pokemon? Next thing you know, she's gonna get Mega Evolution.
Alright, maybe it is just the Bold. Hello? Oh, Citra. I spelled it wrong. But, yeah, she literally has evolution standards, and she is basically one of the leaders. She loses, I believe, her arm in one of the war times, and it's just given through very small hints in the cards. And then at the very end, you see her being still one of the high Demacian generals, and it's like, give me more, give me more.
We'll get more. I'm sure we will. But I don't play the card games. I don't play anything in this world. So I can't really add much to this other than I'm just glad it's expanding. So.
Yeah, like there's her first hand where she wants to become the hero, where she's old enough to go out on her own, and then later on she becomes Citra the Bold, and then she becomes something else, I think. Yeah, like she has, where is it? She has one more card. Where the fuck?
Does she?
I thought she has one more, but whatever. It's fine. But even still, like, it's talking about a city that's in Demacia, that's within the walls.
Mm-hmm.
It talks about, going under Garen's hold. And then when you play her card and then, like, Garen, they have an interaction of, it's good to see you again, General. That kind of thing. I fucking love it! They have dates, which I didn't even know there was a fucking timeline, but now that exists.
Cool.
I love this shit. It's just, you don't hear too much about it until the cards come out.
You should do a novel.
Yeah, I mean, some novels I'd fucking read the shit out.
Or an animated series.
Well, they're starting up on it. The only downside is it's probably going to be mostly Piltover, Zon, and maybe a little bit of Demacia.
That means nothing to me.
3 areas that I don't want to learn about personally. Like, I wouldn't mind hearing about it. I just want to hear more about other areas.
I just got a notification.
Oh, okay. I was like, are you rushing me?
No.
I mean, yeah, we're going really long today, but.
Well, I don't want to spoil it for anyone else, but I know the outcome to the Golden Knight game.
Oh.
I'm not going to say it on.
Okay.
Just in case anyone hasn't.
Oh, I was going to try and do a hand signal, but I don't think you know that hand signal. Really? Really? Really?
Yeah. Moving on.
I don't like being in this town.
Cyberpunk 2077 stuff.
Yeah. So
you told me about this. I already forgot what the fuck it was.
okay. So in short, someone had mentioned that it's going to be 200 gigabytes, and
The Witcher's not even that big, is it?
Huh?
The Witcher's not even that big, is it?
No, it's like 110 with both DLCs.
Yeah. And those are fucking huge.
And then they sent out a tweet and said, we don't know who sent this out. We didn't send it out. It's not going to be 200 gigabytes when fully installed. It may be 150-ish because of what we're changing. They also have light rumors that it's going to be another delay, but only because, hold on. Alpha testers found a lot of bad bugs.
So what you're telling me is they did crap work and now they're paying for it.
They said that they want a finished product.
I'm not saying that they didn't say they want a finished product. I'm saying there's a lot of bugs in this. Someone dropped the ball then. They've been working on this for fucking ever, and it's not their first game. It's not their second game.
Okay.
It's not their third game.
Okay. Are you ready for this? Okay, you have... Let's go back to 1994. Doom 1 has already been released.
Okay, I'm crapping my pants because I'm 1 year old.
Okay. Back to 1994, Doom 1 was released, made in less than a year.
Yes.
Okay. Doom 2, 6 months.
Yes.
No bugs, no problems.
Mm-hmm.
Hard dedication out of 12 people.
Okay.
CD Projekt Red has 300, maybe less.
Mm-hmm.
And they are using systems that aren't even made yet.
Mm-hmm.
And they're trying to figure it out.
Maybe they shouldn't have announced the game as early as they did.
I'll give you that. Because, I mean, even with the hint of the new Elder Scrolls game, it's a hint.
This is going to piss. The Elder Scrolls game is confirmed.
I know it's confirmed, but I'm just saying they announced it then to be released for 2022.
No, when they announced it, they didn't give a date. I watched the E3 announcement.
Was it?
Yeah, they just did a little video. Like panning through like some grasslands and shit, and then you see that.
Oh.
Okay, it's coming 2022. When was this confirmed? News and rumors.
No, that's for Starfield.
Oh, Starfield's coming 2020, which we haven't seen anything. What? That's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, debuted at E3
yeah,
2018.
Right.
Yeah, because I watched all of the 2018 Bethesda panel.
Yeah.
Yeah, they never confirmed anything.
Yeah, okay. It says don't hold your breath for anything anytime soon.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought it had a
just
year.
like they confirmed they're working on Fallout 5 after there was backlash that,
76.
What, Fallout 5 is 76? No, Fallout 5 will be Fallout 5. Fallout 76 is the Elder Scrolls version, or the Fallout version of the Elder Scrolls Online.
My mistake.
No, you're fine. I was just, I was like, I'm just saying, CD Projekt Red, coward. He just needs to let Pete Hines do more of the talking.
No.
Yes, Pete Hines is great.
I know he's great, but I'm just saying, it just works. It just works.
I'm just annoyed with CD Projekt Red. That's all. And this is going to bum my friend out who really wants this game and was excited that with the most recent push, it put it towards it being a birthday gift for him. Now, if it gets pushed again,
I don't know. That's just what I heard.
I'm just saying, if it gets pushed,
there's
again,
a lot of rumors going around.
There are. Everyone likes to speculate things.
I'm super hyped. I'm like, it looks so good.
Are you gonna get it?
I want to.
This one does allow for, if we buy it on the one, we get it for the
X.
The X, right?
I believe.
Or not X.
Who?
Oh yeah, X. Yeah, Project X. What?
I don't know. It said Goldberg and it said Booker T and all that, and I was like, what?
Oh, there was just a wrestling thing.
Oh, okay. Because I'm getting a whole lot of weird nonsense for politics.
Yeah. Let's get that off our screen.
Yeah, I don't want none of that. But I'm just
tired of hearing about this game that's never coming out. What's the one that has like $1 million in funding on Kickstarter but hasn't released? I don't know. Never mind. I was gonna say it feels like that now, just minus the crowdfunding.
Yeah. There was one that hit a big number, but way underperformed, which was Mighty Number 9.
I don't know. No,
the Mega Man clone.
No, yeah, it wasn't that one.
Okay.
Because we mentioned Black Panther at the beginning, and because we mentioned Pete Hines just a little bit ago. Reminded me of something. So, Jack Kirby, co-creator of Black Panther, creator of plenty of superheroes, and also developed his own art style that is known as Kirby Crackle, which is also the name of a band.
The Bubbles.
Yeah, the Bubbles to show negative space. Was very outspoken against Nazis.
Oh, against. Okay.
You saw it a lot in his comics with Captain America.
Flock.
And
what's the best thing to do? Punch a Nazi.
They would get complaints at Timely Comics from Nazi sympathizers, and they would even come down to Timely Comics and complain and like yell and threaten and shit like that. And there was a day where someone went down there threatening the artists and writers for Captain America, and Kirby was there. He was up in his office, and so the front desk calls and he told them, "Oh, tell them to wait. I'll be right down." Because they're saying, "Oh, I'm going to kick his ass," and stuff like that. He said, "Tell them to wait. I'll be right down." By the time he got down there, the person was gone. He went down ready to whoop this person's ass, and they took off.
Is Kirby was Kirby built?
No, not really.
No, he just was ready to rumble. Didn't matter.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, I like Jack Kirby. Jack Kirby was a great guy.
And I think that's it for today.
That is. Never be afraid to espresso yourself.
I like that. But yeah.
So you guys, make sure you follow us on Twitter, Instagram, our personal Twitters. Like, subscribe, tell a friend, tell an enemy. Check out Humble Bundle. Check out Geek Grind. I got them right that time.
Oh, there you go.
Use our links, both for Humble Bundle and Geek Grind. Humble Bundle goes to supporting charities as well as supporting more content on this channel. And the Geek Grind goes to just supporting this channel and us. You can also find us on Patreon, which is where old episodes will eventually start going as we get closer to 100.
I hate it.
And Sox says the puns are just not Cliff's cup of tea. It's all right. I'm mad at him for not pouring the Snapple into a mug. It's a good thing that one's plastic.
Yep, that's why I threw it.
All right. See you guys.
See ya.